A couple of weeks ago, I had to go to the bank, and the bank was full. I had to wait in line for about 5 hours to get my issue done and solved. Now, I want you guys to think about some experience you have suffered where you had to wait, maybe in traffic, maybe in some office, some job, at school, I don't know. Remember how desperate you felt. Remember how annoying it was. And think about it for a moment. My name is Alberto de la Rosa from Mexico, and I'm going to speak about lazy and progressive image loading. Just as you remember, those feelings are very similar as the feelings we have when we visit a site that is slow, that is heavy, and it takes a lot of time to show what we want to see or what we're looking for. Last week, we learned about images and how the properties of an image are important so that our site doesn't become a slow site. We talk about optimization of the images and how we can have high quality images, but images that don't don't have a huge size, so they are efficient images to be on our site. Well, just as the properties of an image work and are very important in the speed of our site, also the procedure or the way they are displayed in our site also uh, help in the optimization of our site. So if we want to have a better site, a faster website, the way the images are going to show up play an important role. And here is where lazy and progressive image loading comes in. First of all, let me explain what lazy image loading is. Lazy loading is a bunch of techniques that we can use where the images on a site do not load all together at the beginning when we open the site. They wait. They wait until the time when the image is supposed to show up on the screen. The loading of that image starts. So the image is not going to load until it's time to show up on the screen. And this is very important because it helps us to save a lot of time, and the performance of the website will increase because it doesn't have to do a lot of tasks at the same time. Also, if the image is not going to be needed, the bytes or the resources that were going to be used on that image are going to be saved, and that represents a cost reduction. This is why we should use it. Now, the second um, technique is progressive image loading. Progressive image loading, it's a little bit different, and maybe most of us have seen how it how it works on a website. Have you ever navigate on a site where you open a page and then the images seem a little bit blurry, and then the images get clarified, and they at the end look neat and perfect? Well, that process of loading all the images but in a low quality, like blurry, and then get in high quality, is the process of progressive image loading. This helps because even that is loading all the images at the beginning, they are not going to consume a lot of resources, so the page can work uh, without any trouble, and the user will have a good experience using the website. And this is one of the benefits of using progressive image loading. Now, I'm going to show a simple process that I found on the internet. I found in YouTube this simple process to use the lazy loading technique, and it seemed interesting to me, and I want to share it with you. Even that in this week we're going to learn more about this subject, and we're going to have a better understanding about it. And but I want to share this process, how to do the lazy image loading. First of all, we're going to go to a library found in this link here, um, and it's a library created, and we're going to load or copy here this script here that is going to get us to this library, and then we're going to add a code in JavaScript to our site, and that is going to help us to to apply the lazy loading image. I have here an example of a site. I'm going to show it to you, and it's the simple site just for to explain the principle. It has a couple of pictures. If we inspect this this site, we're going to refresh. Okay, we can see that the 9 pictures here are loading at the same time because there is no technique applied here. Okay, but now we're going to see the difference of how the site will look if we apply the lazy image loading. So we copy this line of code here, and we're going to place it down here. Also, we need to add this code. We create a variable called my lazy load equals a new lazy load. Okay, and we're going to select the image class. If we see here, all the images that we have on the site have the same class, image class. Another thing that we need to do is change the source of all the elements except the first one to data source so that this script can work. If we want it to work, we need to change this the source to data source. Okay? Now that we have it like this, we save it. Now we're going to inspect our site and see the difference. Okay? Go network, images, and we refresh. If you see only three pictures, the first three pictures have been loaded. Now we're going to scroll down and we're going to see on the right hand here how the images start to load as they are required or needed to be ready to show up on the screen. 4, 5, 6, 7, and we can go on and on until all the images are loaded. Okay, you see they load a time to be ready to be displayed on the screen. Okay, so this is my presentation. I hope that you guys, I hope that this you guys have enjoyed it and hope that it can be, beneficial for you. Hope I could explain myself, and that will be it. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a good week on your assignments. See you later.